Hello everyone, my name is Kodai. I go to Kesenuma High School. I will start my presentation 5-year-old me, 15 years old me. Nice to meet you. This time, I would like to talk about what I experienced when I was 5 years old at that time. In 2011, I was 5 years old at that time. On March 11th, I got on the kindergarten bus as usual, played as usual in the kindergarten, had lunch with everyone as usual, and it was the sun mid-morning as usual. After 2 p.m., the return party was over as usual, and while we were waiting for the kindergarten bus, we all surrounded the TV and watched the anime. Hell times began at 2:46 p.m. The rattling floor. It's an earthquake. And suddenly a violent shake hit at the age of 5. A crying friend, a teacher who gave instruction to everyone while supporting the TV. I still remember. The shaking subsided and I immediately evacuate to a hill for the elderly. The siren rang while I was evacuating. We will inform you from Kesenuma City. Island tsunami warning have been issued along the coast of Miyagi Prefecture. The expected height is 6 meters. Please evacuate to the hill immediately. The siren at that time was really scary. I arrived at the hill safely after shock continued. The screen door of the upper private has fallen. Everyone is crying. I cried too. It was a terrible experience for 5 years old. Mom came to pick me up. I saw the coastal area with my family from a shrine near my house. A black tsunami rushed in. Private house cars and ships all washed all away like toys. People will cry when they see it. It was just here. After a while, my family evacuated a Matsuiwa elementary school. Many cars are parked in the school playground. For the first that in my life, I spent time in the space called a shelter. An elementary school teacher bought rice bowl and distributed them to everyone. I somehow remember taste of the rice bowl that contained the cold and brown umeboshi at that time. I remember many other things. I can't forget I played with a man from as nearby. I want to meet that man. A few days later, she left the shelter and returns home. It seems that the damage to home was such that a cop collapsed. Relatives who lives in Mikamachi also comes to my house. When I put a candle and a lantern on the desk in the living rooms, surrounded it with 7 people and ate curry. I heard a man's voice from the front door. A fire broke out nearby. Evacuate. Everyone who heard it immediately got into the car and evacuate again. It was really busy. Was it around the time when a tsunami warning lifted? I went to Sakanamachi with my family. It's a lie. Only the concrete structure remained in the shop run by the family. I don't remember at that time. But I remember having a lot of memories there. The shops run by the family mainly sell store used fishermen such as boots, and a desk in the middle of a shop has a world map. And there were many boots and kappa. There was a unique scent, and I still remember that scent. The scenery of Sakanamachi is completely different from before the earthquake. That there was a road near the sea and there were many historic buildings. Of course, I don't hate my city now. I also like the city now. However, I want to see again the cityscape at that time, what the scenery like a port town before the earthquake was spreading once again, but that impossible. Regrettable. As you all know, about 20,000 people were killed or missing in the Great East Japan earthquake. Many of our relatives also died in the tsunami. My mother's brother was also found in Rikuzen, Tagada. At that time, I saw my mother crying for the first time. I don't remember after that. As you can see, I remember so much even though I was 5 years old at that time. Of course, it is true that adults remember it better. But don't forget that we who were young children at that time also had a lot of experience. Thanks to listen.